Hello everybody, one quick question before I start my video. How many of you would enjoy your husband filming you and him yawning while he's filming you? Would you post that video hearing great big yawns in the background? Inquiring minds want to know. Well, let's get started with tonight's discussion. I probably do bore him sometimes because he listens to me all the time go blah blah blah. But as you know, this is a channel about budgeting and improving areas in our life. And I like to have different themes to try to change things up a little bit. Everybody's channel is a little bit different. And you probably noticed that when we budget and improve our finances, we also tend to want to improve other areas in our life. You know, whether it's taking a minimalist journey, working on some of our personal relationships, working on ourselves, you know, it could be working on our health. Anything. It seems to grow into other areas, which is really good. Tonight I'm going to talk to you about the dangers of venting, which is different than complaining. I think of complaining as just talking about the same thing over and over. Venting is talking about some problems. You might not complain about them, but you're basically, it's a way of communicating and you're getting your feelings out. And I'm not saying there's anything totally wrong with that, but for me, I've noticed it hasn't helped, and I wanted to talk about the dangers of venting and why. And I've written a few things down, and I definitely want your feedback. So, like I said, venting is a way of communication, is sharing your problems with others. You're frustrated, and you feel burned out, and you feel powerless and helpless. And we talk about those things. I even had a friend ask me, and she said, Dawn, you don't seem to want to talk about your problems because we're supposed to vent to each other. Venting is good. And I told her right out, for me, venting is not good because all venting does for myself, and everyone is different. I'm not telling everyone to feel the way I feel because we all have a right to feel how we want to feel. But for me, I feel like it just makes me replay negative thoughts and replay things over in my mind over and over and over without any solution. So it even affects me physically. I noticed today and it was actually maybe not venting, I was replaying some thoughts in my mind that were not healthy, and I noticed I started to feel kind of sweaty, and I did not physically feel well after having those negative thoughts. I'm not sure what that was about, but it wasn't a good feeling. And I've just noticed that venting to me is not healthy because there's no solution. I'm the type of person, and it's very challenging for me till sometimes I love helping people, but to listen to problems or even talk about my problems myself because I'm someone that wants to find solutions. Maybe there's problems that don't have solutions because they involve other people, so we have to choose whether we want to accept things or not. That's why I have the trouble with the venting. And I really feel, and I've been doing a little bit of research on this, and I've been thinking about this, since I'm going to be 53 on Thursday, by the way. I've been thinking about this a lot, all about venting when friends share problems with each other. I'm not saying it's negative, but to me, if I share a problem with someone, like one of my dear YouTube friends, Theresa. Hi, Theresa. She's a very sweet person, a fabulous listener. But to me, if I had a problem with something, it could be anything, and I called her to ask her, it's great she listens and empathizes, but I would love it if she could troubleshoot and maybe come up with a couple ideas, brainstorm with me to try to come up with some possible solutions. We always hear this. We can't change other people. And my mother used to say, leopards don't change their spots. We can't change others. We can only change how we relate to other people. But I just know this for myself. I don't like complaining or venting about things with other people if I don't feel there is a solution in sight or a way to take care of that problem. When we're dealing with just us, it's easy, but when we're dealing with other folks, it can be a little challenging. I would like to know how you feel. Do you feel better after you vent or, just pour your heart out to a friend? Or sometimes do you feel worse after that because you feel like, all I did was vent, but I'm not working on a solution here? I would love to hear from you because, like I always say, this is a community of support. I know I talk about this stuff, but I certainly don't have all the answers in budgeting, personal growth, obviously health, all sorts of things. I'm just a person that's trying to figure it out trying different things, seeing what works for me, and learning ways that I can grow and be a better person in all areas of my life. And that's where I need your help, because I feel we can all do that together and learn and grow together as people. I hope that this has given you something to think about today, and I definitely want to hear your valued opinion. I love you guys. Bye.